Welcome to part 1 of our May 2025 trip to Belize. We had a Saturday morning flight and started our day with an only 10-minute line in the SeaTac airport for security. After grabbing breakfast at Beechers and a long wait at the airport, we were off on our flight. We usually fly internationally, so we only see the ocean, so it was really nice to be able to see the US and Mexico on this trip on a daytime flight. When it came around to snack time, we noticed our Chex Mix bag was puffed up like a balloon. However, when we opened it, we were a little disappointed that nothing happened and no air rushed in or out, and so it was just a little anticlimactic. When we landed in Belize, we promptly got yelled at for using a camera inside the airport, so we had to stop recording. Getting out of the airport was pretty quick. It only took about 20 minutes to get through both security and baggage claim. We went outside and grabbed a cab to our hotel in Belize City, and it was really interesting. It was an old 90s giant 4-door Chevrolet, and it looked and smelled like an old giant 4-door 90s Chevrolet.
This is our room in Belize City Harbor View Hotel. It's a very nice room. I think it's a king size bed.
Yep.
And a little nook area. So under the cabinet there's a fridge with 2 bottles of complimentary bottled water. This is our bathroom. Pretty clean. Small but clean. Very nice.
We still had daylight left after checking into our room, so we decided to go for a little walk around the city. Looking at Google Maps never really tells you how big or small a city is or what things look like, so as we walked around we realized it was actually a very small city and not a big touristy area. Melody wanted to go check out the Taiwan embassy that's on Taiwan Street, and it was just an embassy that was all boarded up. Taiwan has an embassy in Belize because they actually consider Belize a friend nation, and they often donate medical equipment and other disaster relief type funds. hotel has an open grass courtyard, and when we got back, we saw that there was a wedding going on. We hung out for a minute and checked it out, but after feeling a little bit creepy for staring at somebody else's wedding, we headed back into our room and got ready for dinner. Across the street from our room, which is where the hotel's office is, there's Martha's Cafe above the office. We tried some of the local foods and it was pretty good, so we were pretty happy with having dinner there.
Good morning.
So we just, we're heading out for the morning to go get some breakfast and some water and some other stuff. We have a 10:30 ferry. It's about 8:20, so we want to go wander around town. Apparently we're right next to the ferry. We're going to go check that out. And it's raining off and on, so we're hoping not to get soaked, but we're going to do a little walk around Belize and then jump on our ferry to go to San Pedro. So we'll check in later.
Peace.
It's about 8 o'clock in the morning and we were about ready to head out for breakfast and it decided to start pouring down rain on us. You can see in the pool that it's just chucking it down. So hopefully it just passes by. These birds you can hear started around 5 o'clock in the morning, an hour before sunrise. So they're loud. But hopefully we can go get breakfast soon. Then we'll do a little vlog and then head out. Okay, so I'm having a pineapple smoothie and Melody's having a...
Immune booster?
And they called it something else. So it's whatever you ordered.
It has pineapple, ginger, mint, cucumber.
Cool.
Very healthy.
And we'll get papaya.
Papaya, yeah.
Yep, omelets with papaya and toast. After breakfast, we grabbed our rain jackets and took the little walk through the touristy area towards the port. It was Sunday, and we know a lot of things are closed in Belize on Sunday, but the entire touristy area was closed down. We thought it was because it was Sunday, but on our way back through town, we did also notice it was still closed, so we think it was just because it was May and it wasn't tourist season yet. When we got to the water taxi terminal, we handed off our baggage to be checked in and then went and got our physical tickets from the ticket counter, even though we had prepaid online. Then it was just a bit of a wait to get on the ferry and head to San Pedro. Even though it was raining a bit, it was still pretty warm and muggy, and so they leave the front windows of the ferry open to let air into the cabin. When we arrived at the ferry terminal in San Pedro, a person was waiting there from our hotel to help us with our baggage and take a short boat ride over to their office to check in. After checking in, it was a little while before the next boat to the hotel resort would leave, so we walked around San Pedro a little bit and went and got some lunch. Even though it was low season, there was still golf carts everywhere, a lot of people driving around, and since the golf carts are all gas, it was actually quite loud. Since our resort was in the middle of nowhere and it only had a restaurant, we decided to grab some snacks at a local grocery store on our way to lunch. Walking around San Pedro, we saw a lot of these kind of motivational signs to be kind to people. It was really interesting, and I do wonder if that's because tourists can be really annoying sometimes, and this is a very touristy area. It is good to point out though that everyone in Belize is really friendly, and when we were looking for this place at the end of a street around a corner, some guy actually saw us lost and actually pointed out where he thought we were supposed to be going because it's the only place that tourists would go on this alley. We didn't know it at the time, but this was the best food we were going to have for the next several days as our hotel resort didn't have great food. Everything was fresh and Melody got to try out the local hot sauce. Oh, kitty. Kitty attack. He saw we got food. After a short walk back through town, we went to the hotel welcome center, hung out in the AC for a little bit, and then jumped on the boat. It was a pretty small boat. There was about 6 of us on it, but it was about a half hour or so ride out to the resort. It's his home.
Where you live? Our room is 1003.
Okay, so we need a wristband to get in, so Melody will swipe us in here. They say they're waterproof, so you can go in the pool or do whatever you want. And then we come in and we have this huge
living room.
Huge living room with a TV that they said only does Google Chromecast, which is fine by us. But we have a fan and we have AC. They have the AC set to 17, which is really cold for a tropical environment. That's super crazy. So, got our water and coffee station over here. And then we have a huge hallway with a bedroom at the end. We'll stop by the bathroom first, where we have this enormous bathroom. It's got a sitting area, 2 big sinks. Do I hit the light? Oh, there's a light over here. Oh, lots of shower room. I don't know where the lights went. And then separate bathroom, toilet. And then we've got our bedroom, which has welcome written in grass and flowers, which is pretty darn impressive. And then we have an outdoor area, and then we have a nice closet over here with a light in it. So
we have a porch back here.
Yeah. And we have a porch. We go through enough latches.
Woo!
And we've got a nice little balcony on the back of the porch with a view of the neighbors. So it's really nice out here. We can smell barbecue, but also the seagrass. They're clearing it out by tomorrow, they were saying, but right now there's a bunch of seagrass out front. Okay, so that was a walkthrough of our little
fancy room.
We knew we paid a lot. We thought it was just because it was in the middle of nowhere that we paid a lot. The only reason why we booked this place was because we're a 20-minute bike ride, the guy was saying, from
the land meets the reef.
So we can go snorkeling straight off into the reef, which is, I guess they said, the only place in the world. So that's really cool. So we're gonna do that tomorrow, hopefully, and then the next day, and then we're out of here. But yeah, it's a 3:15 and only took a little over half an hour to get here.
From San Pedro.
From San Pedro, they have a really nice welcome center there and everything. So we're pretty impressed so far. It's expensive, But I mean, you kind of get what you pay for this circumstance. So.
Oh, and all the service.
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness.
they walk you through the room and everything. They carry your bags. It's really weird for us because we're
Yeah.
used to doing our own stuff. So, yeah, it's a full service kind of place. Room service is free. You just pay for the food.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty crazy place. So we'll probably do some more check-ins. We'll probably do a walk around of the resort because
Yeah.
we just got to our room, but it's super nice so far. It's the coolest
Yes.
place we've been to yet. So,
Yes.
so yeah, we'll sign out and probably do a tour later and check it out.
Oh, you blocked my face.
After cooling off in the hotel room for a bit, grabbed our 360 camera and headed off for a walk. It's a really pretty resort and there are a lot of critters around, birds, lizards, so it's really fun just to walk around and check out the critters. All this dead sargass that you can see here on the beach, they said it was going to be cleared in a day or two. It was never cleared before we left 3 days later, and we doubt it will ever be cleared in the near future. We grabbed dinner in a very empty diner. There was only one other couple there, and then we headed to bed.